Hello everybody, I am David and today is my DC TV recap where I will be talking about Supergirl, Gotham, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow. But two of those shows haven't been on this week. Supergirl decided to take the week off. Gotham's been off for a while but will return in April, I believe. So with that being said, I only got 3 shows once again to talk about. There's always one show missing of these CW shows, right? Last week, Arrow took the week off. Before was, I think, Legends took the week off. Now Supergirl's taking the week off. I know Flash is going to be taking the week off very soon, maybe in 2 or 3 more weeks. The week Legends has its finale. So let's talk about the 3 shows that did air this week. Let's start with The Flash. The Flash was Season 3, Episode 16, Into the Speed Force. And I am going to say that this was a really, really good episode. I did a full episode review for this. So if you want to check my thoughts out in more detailed, it will be in the description area below. I'll put a link there to that video after you're done watching this. This was a really good episode. I really liked that we got to see Barry go into the Speed Force once again. A much darker place this time. Where last time it seemed like they were being a little bit more helpful. This one, it seems like they were really testing Barry and twisting his arm a little bit. Probably getting him to really be the hero that he needs to be. I don't know what's up with the Speed Force right now, but it was a little creepy in this episode. But we did get to see some familiar faces, such as Eddie Thawne and Ronnie Raymond and Captain Cold, Leonard Snart, which I thought was really cool. And, we got to see Jay Garrick, who sacrificed himself. This was all about sacrificing, clearly, in this episode. Because those 3 characters sacrificed themselves for Barry. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great seeing those characters again. Saving Wally out. Yeah, really strong episode. That's pretty much what I can say about it. I really liked all of that going on in this episode. I think the only thing that I thought was a little weak was the Jesse Quick. You know, she had to go and fight Savitar because she was angry, for what happened to Wally in the previous episode. She thought he was dead. She was thinking rationally, which, caused, obviously, she got injured. But now she's going to Earth 3, and we'll see her again, obviously. But I'm hoping the situation with Jay will be resolved before the end of the season. I hope this is not something that they're going to leave hanging until next season. Unless they're planning on picking it up right in the first episode of the next season. So let's move on to the next show. The next one is Legends of Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 14, Moonshot. And this is the Legends having to go to 1970 to stop Eobard Thawne from, I guess, causing problems for Apollo 13. Yeah, this was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I did think the fight between Ray and Eobard was a little, not cringy, but it was, clearly they wanted to do something cool, a battle where both of them are floating. But I don't know. For a TV budget, you can kind of tell it was a little fake. But whatever. I'm not going to criticize them for that. I think the main heart of this episode was definitely with Nate and his grandfather, Citizen Steel. Commander Steel. Commander or Citizen? I forgot which one's which. But yeah, it was definitely between that and all about changing their destinies. I really thought all that stuff was great, and how it goes back to Amaya. And I thought it was kind of heartbreaking that, Nate just flat out told her, hey, look, you're telling me not to change my family's fate. but you know what? Something bad's gonna happen to your family. And now this has pushed Amaya to do a little research into what happens to her family. And now is she going to change things because of what's going to happen, what she's starting to learn now? This is going to cause some serious problems if she feels that, I'm not going to let this happen to me and my family. I'm going to change things my way. But then that screws up the future Vixen, the Vixen of the present, the one that teamed up with Arrow and the Flash in the animated version, as well as Arrow. She guest starred on an episode of Arrow, so they even posted her picture there. So it will be interesting to see how they handle that. And Eobard Thawne, man. I love Eobard Thawne. I think he was a great villain when he's played by Tom Cavanagh, and I think he's a great villain played by Matt Lester. I think Matt brings a great... he does what Tom Cavanagh did, but like... Obviously, he plays it a little bit more menacing and conniving, where Tom Cavanagh was more mysterious, and you didn't really know what he was planning. But that was because it was a disguise. It wasn't really who he was. It was Eobard Thawne playing as somebody else. Where this is actually who Eobard Thawne is, and he's actually my favorite villains, part of the Legion of Doom right now, guiding. Even though I love Malcolm Merlyn too, it's great seeing that Eobard is the one leading these guys, and this gave him a little bit more focus. And is he as bad as we all think? I think he is. I'm curious to see where his plan is going. He kind of said what he wants to do. You know, I think there's going to be more to it than what he said to Ray. But for what it's worth, yeah, this was a really good, fun episode. I enjoyed it a lot. And then finally, we got Arrow, Season 5, Episode 16, Checkmate. And this was a really, really good episode. I really love this episode. I think this could be one of the best episodes this season of Arrow. Arrow has been killing it. They had a few episodes that were good. Not as great as this one, definitely, but this season definitely was a lot stronger than season 3 and 4, and so it's definitely making up for what it did in the last 2 seasons. If you are someone that's disappointed with Arrow, if you know somebody that was disappointed with it and gave up on it, try to get them back into watching Arrows. Tell them to start in season 5. Don't worry about season 4. You guys don't have to finish that one. Just start with season 5 and move on from there, because it seems like the writers are back on track and they are fixing things. The whole Felicity situation seems great to me again. I love Felicity again. She's not annoying like she was in season 4 and half of 3. And, you know, Oliver feels like he's the front and center again, what it should be. The focus of this show should be about Oliver. We're not watching Arrow because of Felicity. We're not watching Arrow because of Diggle. They're great supporting characters, but that's what they should stay as supporting characters. That's what makes them great. If you want to give Oliver a girlfriend, you know, be a good girlfriend, Laurel, but you killed her. So give us a little bit more chemistry with Dinah, maybe. Maybe you can warm us up more to Dinah. I think a lot of people are starting to get used to her, but we want to see that relationship blossom between Oliver and Dinah, if that is your goal. Unless you are, you know, blindfolding us and you are planning on making the Laurel from Earth 2 into a good guy eventually. We'll see. But for what it's worth, this episode was a solid episode. So that brings me to my next question. What show had the best episode this week? Flash, Legends, or Arrow? And it was a toss-up between 2 of them, but I'm going to give it to Arrow. Arrow was the best episode this week. I really thought it gave me everything I wanted. It had me on the edge of my seat with the whole Prometheus thing. Adrian Chase is a great villain, and I think they're really proving it with him. He's like right up there with Deathstroke and Malcolm Merlyn right now for me as some of the all-time great villains that Oliver has faced. The weakest one, unfortunately, even though it was a really fun episode, Legends of Tomorrow, I think, was the fun one. Yeah, so that means Flash and Arrow were neck and neck to me on which one I was going to pick as my favorite. But when I really think about it, I think I can easily make Arrow go and win the best of this week. And Legends, yeah, it was a good episode, but unfortunately something has to be the weakest link this week. And unfortunately it came, unless I count Powerless, which I haven't been watching anymore. I gave up after episode 2. So Legends, sorry, but you were still enjoyable. I still love you. Don't worry about it. So with that being said, guys, tell me if you are watching this video, if you watch these regularly. Comment below and tell me what your favorite episode of the week was, or what was your least favorite episode. Tell me your theories. Tell me your opinions on these episodes. Do you love the DC TV universe? And like this video if you agree with me. Subscribe to my channel, especially if you are a huge fan of these shows like I am. And until next time, guys, take care.